Hey, thanks for running the sprint and endurance race station. So this one's relatively simple. When the kids come over to you, you're going to have one boy and one girl do rock, paper, scissors to decide who's going to do the sprint race first. So whoever wins rock, paper, scissors, that student gets to decide, okay, like let's say if a boy wins, he can say, okay, I want the boys to go first. So what you'll do is you'll have, for example, all the boys line up on the white line between the two orange cones, and you'll have the girls line up behind. Um, you'll kind of direct them sight line, be like, okay, do you guys see the volunteer on the other side between the other two cones? That's the finish line. So the person on the other side is going to give an on your mark. Once everybody's lined up, they're going to say get set, arms out to the side, and then when you put your arms down like that, that means go. We did practice that, but it probably wouldn't hurt to remind them. Once everybody's all settled and you told them how the sprint race is going to work, you can go ahead and wave to the other volunteer that's on the other side at the finish line, and then they'll go ahead. That'll be their cue to go ahead and give them the on your mark, get set, go signal. Usually, what I do is I go pretty quick between on your mark, get set, and then go, because that way it'll eliminate a lot of like false starts and things like that. So the boys run down. Who's ever the volunteer at the other end, keep a really close eye on your your first, second, and third place finishers. You can go ahead and give them their ribbon right at the finish line. Okay, blue is first place, red second place, white third place. Boys, once they're there, you can have them kind of start slowly walking back while the girls are getting ready. So possibly have a volunteer to like walk the students back to the start line. And it's the same process. The girls will line up, volunteer at the finish line, remark, get set, go, sprint all the way down. Top three girls get ribbons. At that point, go ahead and walk all the girls, all the boys back. We're all back at where we started. Okay. At this point, what we're going to do now is a endurance race. So this one's going to be everybody's going at the exact same time. We're not going to go boys and girls on this one. Part of this is just kind of time management. So on this one, the start line is the same, but for the kindergarten, first, and second graders, they're going to go all the way down to like the finish line for the sprint race, but they have to go around the cone and come back. And the finish line is also the start line for the endurance race. And for the K12s, you can ribbon the top three boys and the top three girls. So go ahead and hand them ribbons as they cross. That's the K12 endurance race. The only difference for the third through fifth graders is that for their endurance race, they have to go from that original start line. They have to go all the way down to the finish line for the sprint race, around the cone, and back, and then they have to do that one more time. So it's basically down and back, down and back. And then same thing, you're going to ribbon the top three boys and top three girls for the endurance race. If there's any time left over, you're welcome to have the students do another like co-ed race. If you want to have any of the top ribbon students or anybody that wants to just do another sprint race. But I imagine at that point, they're probably going to be pretty tired. So that's how that one works. Basically, you're going to need a volunteer getting them settled at the start line. You'll need a volunteer at the finish line, probably a couple, especially the one that's going to give that on your mark, get set, go signal, and then probably another volunteer to walk the students back after the sprint race. So that's about it on that one. Hope you have fun.